do some simple stamping with you. I created, sorry, David's just giving something to me. I had class on the weekend and I created a really simple card. Hello, Peter. Thank you for joining. I created a really simple card using some celebration paper that you can earn for only the next couple of days, the next 5 days. Thank you very much, Peter. For the next 5 days, you can earn it for free with orders over $90. And I've paired it very simply, 2 stamps. 1 stamp from Sweet Ice Cream and 1 stamp from Blush Blooms, which are in our mini catalogue. So from the mini catalogue. So I've combined Celebration and the mini catalogue, and no one fall over. I've used jaunty angles. I haven't done this straight. This is the card we're going to make, and we're going to make multiples because we're coming to the end of Celebration. I cut up all the paper to make, well, this is a full card front, and the rest of it I've cut up to make that number of cards, and I've used some in class, and whatever is left over is what we're making together today. So let's see who has popped on to say hello. Hello, Margine. Hello, Mary, Donna, Debbie, and Chris. And I'm just going to check that I am on live on YouTube, because it appears that I haven't got anyone from YouTube here yet. Cancel. I don't want to discard the changes that I just made. Can I just exit out, please? Why is it technology can never be kind to us? Why? And of course, I'm halfway through editing something on my other page, because we have the Christmas Stampathon coming out in a few days, and I've done my video and it's currently processing with YouTube, and I am live on YouTube with the most horrible thumbnail I've ever seen. Good morning, Miss Jenny. Hello, Sheila. Thank you for joining. Now, for those of you that are on Facebook, I ask, if you haven't already, please subscribe to me on YouTube, because I do put different content, being 2 different platforms, on YouTube and on Facebook. So if you are watching me on YouTube and haven't already liked and followed my Facebook page, please do so over there, because I do post generally twice a day on Facebook. Today it's 3 times, because I've posted that I'm going live. I'm live, and then I will post a project later today. So I do 2 posts a day. So if you're not following me on Facebook, you're missing out. If you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, you are missing out on Christmas Stampathon videos that go up there, and any other fun videos that I do throughout the time that isn't a Facebook Live. Sometimes I do a quick little video that isn't live and just throw it on YouTube. Hello, Dawn. It is Monday evening for you. It is Tuesday just after noon here in Australia. So hello from the future. So I've had a busy morning, been to the dentist, got to clean and check. Everything is perfect, which is very good for me and my bank balance, because having been in the dental industry in a previous life, I know how expensive it is. Sports for the Blind just subscribe to me on Haps. How cool, being that my husband's blind. I might have to get him onto that channel. So let me get up my replay so I can see you guys when I am crafting and reply to all your comments. Okay, I'm getting terrible thumbnails all over the place. I know what time it is for you, Chris. We're the same time zone. Chris. Okay, looks okay. Perfect. I have my laptop up and running. Let's move it to the side and let's create some thumbnails that aren't my awkward face today. Just need to move my little dish and I'll spin you around and turn off my overhead light. I've been helping David do some filming today. He had a talking microwave delivered. We once upon a time had a talking microwave. Once upon a time, very long time ago. Answering Dawn. Okay, not a problem, Chris. Yeah, once upon a time. It was a very good microwave, but we don't now. We just have one that David actually can use. But yeah, we have fun. I just lined it all up so he was in frame and straight. I'm going to turn off the light and I'll be back to start. Apparently, I was leaving the room and turned off all the lights for you. Hello, Miss Carol. Thank you for joining. So this is the card we're making. I want to show you the celebration paper to start off with. So this is the flower and field paper, and it's beautiful, beautiful paper. And I do have some strips. I don't know if I'll use them. I normally don't keep strips that size, but at the moment I did have something in my mind. I'll see if we get to it. Thank you for sharing. So we have this really pretty yellow and red and like a daisy, red and pink. We have, it's very retro, but I do like the black and jade polka dots. We have these. Now, you'd think I'd like these bluey purple flowers. I think the black background is throwing me off, and I think it's kind of calling me to use all these pieces. Then we have the shaded spruce on the background, and everything else I've used in the pack. And this is 2 packs, so I've done very well using all my pieces. And today's piece, or the main piece that we are going to use, is this multi-flowered pattern, and then we have the red and pink chevron on the back. So just to recap, the stamp sets that we're going to be using the beautiful Happy Birthday from Sweet Ice Cream. I love these sentiments, and you guys have seen my color challenge earlier this month. I did do some ice creams as well, and from Brush Blooms we're going to use this brush stroke just to highlight the Happy Birthday on the, what color is it? It is Bumblebee, just to highlight it. So I thought that'd work really well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do my stamping first, and then we're going to assemble. And I did add this floaty flamingo stripe. And the reason I did that is because if I didn't stamp on the correct angle, I could correct it with the stripe. And when I laid this angled piece on, I just felt like it needed something else. I'm looking at it going, yeah, that's lovely. But when I added the strip, it just added something else. So with the they're rules, but they're not rules. I like, thank you, Lindsay. Hello. You normally use a bolder pattern, a more subtle pattern, like you use a bold, a medium, and a smaller pattern. And I basically have here, so we've got the bold pattern, we've got the medium pattern, and I call it medium because it's got that black stripe in it. And then we've got the more tone on tone, subtle patterns. So that goes to the rules that they are going to work together. One, because they are from the same set, so the colors are designed to work together. And then I've followed the design rules as such. Okay, so we are just going to go through, and will this fit on this block? And yes, it will. Great. So I don't know how many pieces I've got because I cut them up on Saturday and I haven't counted them. So we're just going to go through and stamp them, and it doesn't matter how many pieces we've got because I know I made all matching pieces. So who owns this Flower and Fields, because I can never say the name of this paper, the alliteration kills me. Who owns this Flower and Field paper? I would love to know. And who hasn't got it but would like to have it? Okay, we will start with our Bumblebee Ink Pad. Hello, Mr. Linda. How are you, my lovely? Okay. So hopefully, because these are simple cards, it will be quick. And the Bumblebee and the Just Jade that I've used here are in our 2020 to 2022 in colours. Now, they're sticking around for a whole nother annual catalogue, but we do have in colours that will be retiring very shortly. So the new catalogue actually starts in May. So our annual catalogue is only 11 months because we are changing some of our catalogue timings. As you might remember, what used to be holiday catalogue is going to a 6-month catalogue rather than a 4 or 5 month, which it has been previously. And we've just, to accommodate that lap over, we've just moved our annual catalogue, and in moving it, the current annual catalogue is 11 months rather than 12. So that's very simply all of the backgrounds stamped. This colour will settle. As you can see, it's very bright here, but is a lot more settled on this piece. Or if you want it even more subtle, you could have stamped this brushed piece off so it is a bit more subtle. Oh, you were gifted some of the paper. How special, Delinda. Kay hasn't got it. Hello, Miss Kay. Sheila has, Debbie has, Margene has, I know. And there's a story, I meant to order this and the Uso ombre paper, which is also one you can earn for free. And I'll show you a card with that on Friday, because I won't be going live on Thursday because I have an appointment an hour away. So I will be live on Friday instead. Hello, Lisa. Oh, Susan. Right. Fair enough. Well, hopefully this card design can give you some inspiration here, Susan. I do hope. So I'm going to go in with our Memento Tuxedo Black for no other reason than it's a really nice black ink. And I like how it works with photopolymer. Hello, Miss Beverly. Yes. So going back to the in colours, which is where I am. So the in colours that are retiring are the Terracotta Tile, Seaside Spray, Pretty Peacock, and Rococo Rose. We do have Purple Posy as well, but we do not have that available in the ink because we had some quality issues, and Stampin' Up, being the amazing company that they are, pulled it because they couldn't guarantee the quality. So those 4 inks, if you have them and you love them enough that you want to keep them for longer than they're available in the catalogue, buy your re-inkers. And even if the re-inker is on back order in your country, buy them now, because if it's on back order, you'll definitely get it. It's once they all sell out, and it's not available anymore, your ink pad will have the life of the ink that's currently in it. Now, as you can see, I'm not getting these angles totally fantastically perfect, but as I said, we can fix it with our strap. So really, really simple stamping. Oh, thanks, Delinda. You've made a couple of cards, Carol. Good. Oh, so ombre is your favorite. I am using on Friday, I will be using all the pieces I have left of the non-dotty ombre paper. I don't know. I have issues with the dotty. Well, that was a bit how's your father. I don't know. I'm not keen on the dotty, but I like the plain ombre. And for a free paper, I'm okay with that. I probably would have used it, but you know, there are only so many hours in the day that I can craft. Like even today, I have a meeting at 2 o'clock and I can't pick up my children, and I have one child whose nose is decidedly out of joint that I can't pick them up from school this afternoon. I got an okay, I can catch a bus, and a fine. Your wish list. Yes, your wish list. But if you order it before the end of celebration, Delinda, you can earn free celebration items. So now is a great time to purchase off that wish list. And after the video on both YouTube and Facebook, I will have a link to my store that you can purchase off. And I will also have a link to our joining special, and you get some exclusive paper for joining, $100 worth. That isn't available until the new annual catalogue. So you get it early, and then it is current for, I think, almost 14, 15 months. So you get a really good life with it. Hello, Miss Kathy. Yes, Delinda. See, I'll talk you into using that wish list. Okay, so next, now I've done all my stamping. That is all the simple stamping that we're doing for these cards. I will now grab my card fronts. I'm going to, I need to remove all our strips of paper. And I already have a card front made. Everything's stuck together. So I made this card front in class. Okay, because I never make a full card in class because I don't have time when I'm cleaning stamps. What's the question mark for, Delinda? I'm making you buy stuff. Will the sign-up incentive change in May? May I ask? I don't know. I haven't seen the new catalogue. There's normally only there isn't as in the put my teeth back in. There is an incentive for joining every celebration. So celebration is happening twice this year. So this current celebration ends on the 28th of May. And from the top of my head, the next celebration is July and August. So my assumption, without seeing any catalogues, my assumption is that there will be a joining incentive in there, but there generally is not a joining incentive as part of the annual catalogue. But never say never, because I haven't seen the catalogues yet. I will see the catalogues in April when I attend on tour, which is our next demonstrator event. So I'm just lining this up at the bottom, and I'm going to let it dry, and then I will go in and add our strips. Otherwise I will move this base piece of paper, which is kind of not what we want. Class went really well on Sunday. We had a lovely new lady attend who is local. Unfortunately, one of the girls was not feeling so great. She'd hurt her back, so we missed having her, but the girls loved all the cards. As always, I forgot to take a photo. I'd been there going all day, must take a photo of all of us doing the class. I never took a photo. So I do apologise that I never get photos in class, but I'm always so busy. I mean, I wonder why I'm busy, but yeah. So you miss out on seeing my yummy snack platter that I put out, and all of our mess, because we do make quite a bit of mess. Okay, that's 2. So this is a boring bit, but you know, this is where I'm chatting with you guys or watching some telly. Yeah, and they ordered some lovely things out of the mini catalogue and earned some celebration items, which is great. They all did love this paper, and the Oso ombre paper as well. So it was one of the girls did remark that she hadn't rated this paper at all until we used it. And then she went, oh, you changed my mind, which, you know, always happens. It happens to me as well. I'll see someone use something. Hello, Miss Cindy. You use something or you see someone do something and just totally changes your mind on that product. And sadly, all the time. But sometimes I do resist and I go, that's lovely, but I don't need it in my collection. Let's be honest, most of the time I'm influenced by others as much as I influence you guys. It's just the way life goes. Now with these papers, I am making sure I do have the lovely cluster of these pink flowers because we are using the pink strip. Hello, Rosemary, welcome. Okay. So is everyone okay with me coming on day late? I will put a reminder later this week. So instead of Thursday, Australian Eastern Standard Time, I will be coming on Friday. And I doubt it will be a very long video, but I will share with you the card all the same because I think the card is worth sharing, and I may even stretch myself and use the Oso Ombre dotty paper and see how it we forget to give ourselves permission not to buy items. Yes, that's correct, Cindy, but a lot of the time it's I'll look at an item and go, do I need it, until I see something quirky done with it or something a bit different. Then I go, actually, that item is a lot more versatile than what I originally thought. And it generally is that versatility of a product that sells me. Like the brush bloom set. I've only used it for this today, and I know, Cindy, you're a bit ho-hum on both of these stamp sets that I'm using today, which you commented earlier, which is fine. I have no issues with that. But I think the way I've used them today, just using the sentiment and using the stripe to highlight the sentiment just really makes them both incredibly versatile sets. You are so gracious to share. Thank you. I'm glad you love this paper, Miss Cindy. Do you own it? You missed the question earlier. You weren't here. So this is the point where I can make this Bumblebee paper look as if I haven't stamped it on a weird angle. Like, as in, if I haven't matched my stamping, which I have here basically, but I've stamped this birthday just a touch down, so I can use this strip of paper to correct this cut angle, and you never know that I didn't stamp it on the correct angle. It's all an illusion, all an illusion. Okay, so you don't like the ice creams in the ice cream set, is that correct, Cindy? I just want to dial down on your dislike of the ice cream set, the sweet ice creams. So you wouldn't buy the set because you don't like the ice creams, because it is one of our lower priced stamp sets in the catalogue, and I think it's worth it for, and I'll bring it over while we're talking, I think those sentiments, because you've got a happy birthday, you've got a thank you, and you've got a love kind of one, you melt your heart, you melt my heart, doesn't have to go with ice creams. I'm just wondering if you think it's worth it. Hello, Miss Leonie. Long time no show. Not sure. That is totally okay, Cindy. Just put, I would buy this set just for these sentiments because I'm a sucker for the handwriting script. You have the whole set, Sheila. Me too. I actually won this stamp set at our last demonstrator event, and then I went on and bought the whole bundle because that's how I get influenced by Stampin' Up. They give me things and then I have to go and buy the whole set. Ah, okay, Lisa. Okay, and the thing is, you can look at the individual papers and not like them, but it's the way you pair them. Okay. So I love using my wet glue and having that wiggle room so I can get those angles the way I want them. Oh, very exciting, Cindy. Love that you will be purchasing it. So yeah, I love this. I love this background paper, which is why I haven't actually covered it up too much, because I love it so much. Okay, that will do there. And then I'll go back and I'll snip all our edge pieces off, and we will fold. I'll show you my trick again about folding our card bases in our trimmer and how we can use that as a square. I put over my sets of bundles into my thank you, Kathy. I know, and I swear I've seen it because it was mentioned at my class on the weekend that you can turn this over and make it into Mickey and Minnie Mouse as well. So that piece alone is very versatile. I love it when you can do alternative things with stamp sets. It makes, it increases its value, I think. Okay, Cindy, I don't know whether I'm too young or I'm not American enough, because I'm obviously not American. The name's familiar, but I can't get a picture in my head of who Mary is. I'm glad you do, Rose. I don't mind it either. I've used it quite a bit. I did make, I may even be able to quickly grab one out. I made all my customer cards at the beginning of the catalogue with this paper. So I made 4 or 5 different cards. And I now need, I'll use these babies. And I will be smart and use my dish. So then I can catch all my rubbish. There you go. There is a reason to get the punch, Cindy. See, I'm selling you on the stamp set now. You didn't want this. Okay. Is she an artist? I'm now very curious who this lady is, because I can't really stop and look up who she is, because that would be just rude. Okay. So I always cut my excess off on the back so I can use the sides of the paper as my guide. Now, I did try and put ribbon on this card, and I apparently don't have an opaque enough ribbon. I tried to pop on the white polka dots, and for me, I couldn't get the white polka dots, nor could I get the seam binding, the crinkled seam binding ribbon to work. But what would look good if you coloured your seam binding with your Stampin' blends markers and added it to this card as well. Margine, what influenced you to get it? So what made you change your mind, Margine? So I always find it interesting what changes my mind, let alone someone else's. Keep your kidney. I'm on to selling your second kidney. Okay, right. And is she alive, Cindy? A living artist? Okay, so I can pop all these bitty bits in my recycling bin. I don't need my silicone mat. Don't need these scissors either. Keeping it as neat and tidy as what I can. Okay, card bases. And my trimmer, and I will show you how I get these nice and square. I'm actually going to move that stamp set. Fair enough, Margine. Fair enough. The last dot, you looked okay. So you can use top or bottom. It doesn't matter. But just making sure I'm on screen. I should be on screen here. Yeah, that's got something on the inside of it. And you just put it in the corner and butt up against our lip here. And then we do the same with the top. I have pre-scored these. And then if I've got my bone folder correctly in my hand, bone fold the spine of our card, and ta-da. So is it a virtual stamp camp, Margine, or is it in person? Because I'd say things would be pretty tricky at the moment. All of Stampin' Up's events for the rest of the year are all virtual, which I think is nice and safe. So do I have any Texans in the house? And how have you survived and how are your pipes? How many pipes burst? Curious to know. It's virtual. Perfect. I like virtual things because then I don't have to decide about what from my craft room I actually have to take, because I can have everything in my craft room at my fingertips to craft with. So this is our thick cardstock. And this is, I haven't bought the basic white thick yet. I have ordered it, so it should hopefully be here by the end of the week, because we used purely all white card bases at class on the weekend, and I went through them quite quickly, as you can imagine. Okay, done. And one more. So this just makes my job easier, the fact I can line this up. It's pre-scored, so it does fold a little easier, and we are done. Nice, Cindy. No problems. Oh, yes, we are a little different here in Australia, Leonie. We have been virus-free in our state, in the community, for well over a month, which is a bit exciting. Doesn't mean we're out of danger, but for the moment, everyone's doing the right thing. Ooh, nice, Rose. Okay, so 2, 4, 6. So we're making 6. How are we going for time? We're not doing too badly for time. I'm liking this. Okay, I'm going to make my life infinitely easier, and I am going to, it's quite cool here today, but I'm now feeling quite hot because I've been card making and moving around more than what I had this morning. So I'm going to put my dotty dots glue on the actual card base, and then I'm going to add my card front onto there, and I get less gluey hands that way. You know, all about less gluey, which I like. So after I've done this, we'll be adding enamel dots. If I wasn't to use the enamel dots, which do colour, because we can use both Just Jade and Bumblebee, if I wasn't to use both either of those two colours, what embellishments would you use? We could use the matte black dots, but is there anything else that you would use embellishment wise on this card? No problem, Shelley. Thank you for joining. Oh, thank you so much, Cindy. I will have a look later at those. That'll be very interesting. Okay, oh look, they're so much easier. Sometimes it's just easier to put the glue on the card front. 3x3 cut. Oh, that is such a beautiful gesture, Cindy. Those workers are working their little behinds off, and it's great that we can get takeaway or go through drive-through safely, keep them in business, and it's lovely that you're making a little thank you card, and I am sure that makes their day. I've got a congratulations card, a sympathy card, and a thank you card to send out at the moment on my list for this week to send. And I also need to play a bit more with our new coming soon, butterfly bundle coming next month, because I have a team meeting on Sunday and I thought that would be a fantastic bundle to play with, because it's coming and no use playing with celebration stuff because it's going away. Oh, you are exactly right, Cindy. She is our Miss Congeniality. She looks after welcoming people because she knows I'm busy crafting. Who did I miss? Oh, I said hi to Shelley anyway. And not anyway, but I did spot Shelley come in. So I do apologise if I do miss people. I do go back and look at the comments. Okay, 2 more to go and then embellishments. So did I get any embellishment suggestions? No embellishment suggestions. I shall wait for some embellishment suggestions. So I've got these and I put in the suggestion of the matte black. What other embellishments would you use just in this bottom area of the card? I am missing a card front for this one, or a card base, I should say. I may have to just invent one very quickly. Hello, Mr. Bobby. You're coming in right at the, well, not right at the end, but I've gone through and made all of these cards. How are you, Bobby? How's the weather in your area? I know you guys have been hit pretty hard. And then more dots are cute. Okay, black. Okay, look, I might do a mixture of, because I don't want to use all my enamel dots and then not have them for other projects, you know. So I can't use them all, but I can use them all and buy more. But I know it's that dilemma that we all go through as crafters. Let me see if I have. I wonder where that other card base is. Let me have a quick flick through here. I don't know where that other card base is. No idea. So we're just going to have to cut another card base because I don't have one available. I realised I'm going to have to change my my label because it's no longer called Whisper White, even though this stuff is Whisper White. It's now all basic white. Rhinestones. Rhinestones. I can grab out my rhinestones, Lisa. Okay, so we are going to score in half at 10.5. And let's cut in half the other way at 14.85. Pop one half away for future Ellen. Grab this one out, take it to the corner and score or bone fold. But Bobby, you should have got a YouTube notification or a Facebook one. Did you hit the bell on my YouTube to get a notification? And just this one, and then we will go through and embellish. The birds are being so loud outside. It must have stopped raining or they're playing in a puddle. They're not playing in our bird bath or the fountain. They must be playing in the pool. next door or behind us, but they're making a racket. They're very happy sounds. I don't know if you can hear them. Fair enough, Bobby. That's why you didn't get any notifications. That would do it every time. So now I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to use the putty end, and because I'm finished, I'm going to recap my multi-purpose glue. So I have used so many packets of these gems. So the Bumblebee, so here are two I have done, one with Just Jade and one with Bumblebee. So because I've got 3 left on here, let's use them. Now, I do have a video that you can watch about how I don't split these embellishments, because these embellishments, a lot of people had a lot of issues when they first came out because they were using a pair of scissors or their fingernail or our mini spatula tool and splitting the clear dome away from the coloured edge. And by just pushing it on its side with the putty end of the Take Your Pick tool, you don't get that at all. And I have not had a one of my enamel dots or any of my other embellishments split on me, which I appreciate. Okay, I actually like 3 better than I like 2, so I'm going to do that here as well. So this is the Just Jade. So there is Just Jade in our designer series paper. So this flower here is Just Jade. So I'm glad I didn't use Just Jade on that one because the flower isn't there. So I'm going to put one here and then one just beside the Y. Please excuse the front door. David has obviously gone to check the mail, but I don't think we will get mail today. Actually, we only get mail 3 times a week at the moment. So these are our matte black dots, which are fantastic. I love them. That's one. Although the black is very different to the black in the paper. I'd want to put that down. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of the matte black dots. And Lisa suggested rhinestones. Looking through to find my rhinestones. No, Bobby's on Haps, so he can see all your comments. You just can't see his. So let's use these rhinestones. I'm going to have to do more than one card using rhinestones because I can't have one left, but I can't use less than, or I can't use 4 rhinestones. No problem, Susan. I am just finishing up as it is. So just finishing these last few cards off, and then I will be going as well. How am I going? Doing well. Got plenty of time to make lunch before my 2 o'clock meeting. I might just do another rhinestone card, you know. I've got them here. I don't know. Tell me what you think of the matte black. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced, but I am convinced about using my Take Your Pick tool. God, it makes putting on embellishments so uber simple. No problems, honey. Yes, we will chat later. It's been too long, Miss Leonie. We need to, I need to hear your voice, Leonie. That's what I've got to hear. So we'll organise a time that we can chat. Okay, so we have made 7, well, technically 6 cards. Technically. So the 3 embellishments I have used are these ones. And we have used the Flower and Field paper, which is only available for less than a week. So this paper goes away on Sunday. You can earn it in Australia with a $90 order. In other places in the world, it is slightly different. You're liking the matte black, Carol. Do you know what? I'm going to bring it closer because it's just so much blacker than the stamping and the paper. I'm just not sure. But I'm glad I tried it. I am really, really glad I tried it. So these are the 3 different embellishments we used, and so 3 different embellishments. Just going to pop them on here so I can show you the 2 stamp sets. So we used the Happy Birthday from Sweet Ice Cream. We used the this particular swoosh here for under the Happy Birthday from Brushed Blooms. Thank you. I'm glad you like these cards. No problems at all, Bobby. We need to catch up as well. Thank you for sharing, Pamela. Thank you, ladies. Yes, Barbara, please do watch the replay. So these 2 stamp sets are available till June in the mini catalogue. This paper, as I said, finishes. You can earn it as of Sunday. And these embellishments are all currently available, so you can choose your own adventure with your embellishments. Well, I'm glad you like them, Kay. I'm glad I could show you how they looked. Look, I don't dislike them, it's just I prefer the other 2. My absolute pleasure. Now, just a reminder, girls, that I am not back until Friday. So Friday, Australian Eastern Standard Time at lunchtime, 12 noon, I will be back. So not my normal time on Thursday. Sorry, I'll push this all across just a bit. Actually, my camera totally dipped and died. How rude of my camera to do that on me. How very rude. Okay, that is all back up and running. You should tell me about the camera. I'll fix it all up. It's all good. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you on Friday. If you have any questions, please ask. If you'd like to purchase the products or earn the products that I have used in today's video, I will have that linked on both Facebook and YouTube to my store. If not, go to my blog and you can find all the info there. Have a great couple of days, girls. Bye, and Bobbies.